Kelly said that we shouldn't.
I don't care what Kelly said.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for made-for-TV movies that disappointed us the most. No Disney Channel original movies, as they deserve their own list. Spoilers ahead.
Stacy and her college boyfriend just called it quits, which means, as of right now, she doesn't have a prom date.
Number 10, Mazes and Monsters.
Why are you so impatient?
Because I love you and I want you to forgive me.
Everyone has to start somewhere, right? Mazes and Monsters was Tom Hanks' breakout role as a college student who's convinced he is actually his character in a fantasy role-playing game. While playing, he has a mental breakdown that not only causes him to slip into the imaginative world, but culminates in him nearly jumping off a building. While his friends luckily stop him in time, it's implied that he never gets better. Talk about a downer ending.
Hard you saw the monsters. We did not. We saw nothing but the death of hope and the loss of our friend.
It was essentially playing into the moral panic surrounding Dungeons & Dragons at the time. As a result, every aspect, particularly the acting, came off as melodramatic. Presenting an innocent activity as one that can potentially be harmful to your mental health isn't just ridiculous, it's wrong.
I only wish Robbie was coming back to school with us, but his mother says he has to keep seeing that doctor.
Number 9, Jersey Shore Shark Attack.
Yeah, I'm so hungover right now, I don't even remember what happened last night.
That's it. We're through.
Syfy isn't known for their great original films, which have an unfortunate tendency to come out more silly than thrilling. Chupacabra vs. the Alamo and Tasmanian Devils attempted to create stories around fictional creatures, with little success. Jersey Shore Shark Attack was their attempt at a more realistic plot, given that shark attacks in that area have happened before.
Therefore, mathematically, it's highly likely that this is the exact shark that killed Mr. Fatah.
However, they also tried making it a parody of the Jersey Shore, even naming their characters things like the Complication. The tone was mixed, to say the least. The attacks themselves were mostly poor CGI and bad practical effects, even for satire. It came across like they were shooting for so bad it's good, but unfortunately, they missed the mark entirely.
Right now, everyone from Sandy Hook to Beach Haven are being warned. Yo, stay away from the water, bro!
Number 8, Nature of the Beast.
I understand your skepticism, but we both know what you are, don't we?
What genres go better together than horror and romance? In this freeform flick, a man can essentially stave off his werewolf transformation by taking pills, until they're stolen from him. It also tried to add new rules to the creature by suggesting that one could be cured if they killed the alpha werewolf.
Okay, Leslie, call a cab, tell it to come around back, tell everyone I got sick and you had to take me home, but don't tell anyone about, you know.
If it was purely about him getting revenge against the wolf who turned him, then it could have been a fun concept. However, the inclusion of the romantic subplot between the main character and his wife ended up distracting from that. In fact, she uses the power of true love to get him to snap out of his werewolf brain, which is enough to make any horror fan cringe.
Look at me. It's Julia. This is not who you are. You're the man I love. I need you to be that man.
Number 7, The Santa Incident.
Patterson Control, this is Zulu High Rise. Alpha bogey on radar, no visual yet. He's gone like a bat out of hell.
Hallmark is known for its holiday-themed TV movies, so maybe that's why its misfires, like Lucky Christmas, disappoint so much. The Santa Incident explores the idea of Saint Nick being trapped in a small town after being shot down and still trying to continue on with his duties.
Right. Well, Nick, you and I both know you didn't come in on any freight train. What were you up to the other night?
Meanwhile, the agents who grounded him are trying to track him down because they're convinced he's an alien. Unsurprisingly, this blend of different categories, holiday, comedy, and buddy cop, didn't mesh well together. If they just focused on the relationship between Santa and the kids, then it would have been fine, but they got ahead of themselves and added too much.
You changed my ringtone.
Yeah, it's festive.
Don't change my ringtone.
Number 6, Coed Call Girl.
Kimberly is so pretty. I mean, she just carries herself so well, you know?
You could be just like her.
Tori Spelling of Beverly Hills 90210 wanted to break out into more serious roles. This led to her starring in several made-for-TV thrillers. While some, like Mother May I Sleep with Danger, are focused around toxic relationships, others touch on broader topics. Coed Call Girl is about her character being signed up for an escort agency as a prank and the tribulations that come with the job.
I'm just a boring college student who's never been out of the state and lives in a town called Tarzana.
Wow, how refreshing.
Already, the story is hinging on the suspension of disbelief, as that isn't how it would work at all. While the feature was attempting to be dark, the supposedly serious scenes came across as cheesy more than unsettling. It was a solid attempt at touching on an important topic, but it ultimately fell flat.
You started out for Ron's house, but then changed your mind.
Yes, I chickened out. I was scared of what Ron might do if I told him I wanted to quit.
Number 5. Aaliyah, the princess of R&B.
I don't understand how you still sweat me by working with some kid.
Robert, if she was just some kid, would I be coming at you like this?
Biopics are a risk, as getting even one detail wrong could turn the subject's fan base against you entirely. From the beginning, Aaliyah, the princess of R&B, wasn't a good idea, as her family expressed their disapproval from the start. They ended up banning Lifetime from using most of her music, forcing them to record several covers and use lesser-known songs. The result was a largely panned, borderline offensive representation of Aaliyah's life.
R. Kelly wants to write and produce your album?
Can you believe it?
You're gonna go platinum right out the gate. Your whole world's about to change, sis.
The most jaw-dropping aspect was the attempted retelling of R. Kelly's predatory relationship with the star. Both her family and fans felt that an actual movie studio would have been able to do the project justice, and hopefully, the next attempt will give her the portrayal she deserves.
I'm about to go to places I've always dreamt about.
And what about Kels? Will Kels be joining you on any dates?
No.
Number 4. Killdozer.
I'm no piece of candy.
You're a sourball.
Yeah. I'm the best shovel operator you'll ever have.
There's a subgenre of horror centered around inanimate objects coming to life to go on murderous rampages. While it worked for Stephen King's Christine, other projects didn't have so much luck. In 1974, ABC released Killdozer, which was about a bulldozer being possessed by a mysterious extraterrestrial force and subsequently going on a killing spree.
Well, the truth is, we don't know anything for a fact.
Except that bulldozer kills. That's good enough for me.
As the machinery picks off workers one by one, the audience is treated to some unintentionally hilarious close-up shots and alien noises. The final battle also somehow manages to be void of any excitement. If it hadn't taken itself so seriously, then it could have been viewed as a tongue-in-cheek parody. However, despite everything about it, the film has still managed to land a cult following.
Nothing.
The hum's gone. The thing's dead.
Number 3. The Karate Dog.
Whoa, hold the phone. You don't still think you're coming inside with me, do you?
But you're the computer nerd. I'm the people person.
But you're not even people.
The director must have had some serious pull, because this picture about a dog helping a detective solve a murder has some heavy hitters in its cast, including Chevy Chase as Cho-Cho. Even for fans of the talking animal trope, the Karate Dog was way too out there.
Oh, that's great.
What?
Dog asks you to get on the case and nothing. But some tootsie bats her eyelashes and zippity-doo-dah, you're Dirty Harry.
Zip it, Fido.
While it had star power behind it, between the special effects and the poor writing, it couldn't pull off its shtick well. Everything about the flick came off as hilarious, from the fight scenes to emotional moments. Although we have a feeling that's not the reaction they were going for. It didn't have the same charm as other films like it, such as Air Bud, which ultimately led to its downfall.
Cats are lazy, unmotivated slobs, black holes of selfishness sucking dry the kind hearts of their masters.
They're useless. Did you ever hear of a seeing eye cat?
Number 2. The Birds 2. Land's End.
You see, Ted, for us, this is the edge of the earth. Land's End, they call it.
You know a film is bad when you see the pseudonym Alan Smithy as director, a sure sign that the director doesn't want to be associated with it. A sequel to Hitchcock's The Birds was unnecessary, and the fact that it was released decades after the original adds insult to injury.
They're hurt.
Don't tell me. They've tangled with some birds.
The sequel paled in comparison in every aspect, from the subpar plot to the cheesy bird effects. The acting was also nowhere near on the same level, with fans and critics agreeing that their fears seemed inauthentic. However, the most disappointing aspect is that they brought Tippi Hedren back just to give her a small cameo. Considering her role in the first installment, this small inclusion felt downright disrespectful.
Sorry about your friend.
Oh, thanks. It's just so awful that your little girls had to be the ones to find him.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. They Saved Hitler's Brain. Okay, we're cheating a little here, as this was originally released into theaters as a shorter film called Madman of Mandarus, but it was reconceived as a TV movie with additional plot and footage added, so we're counting it. Yes, it is all about Nazis saving Hitler's head after his death so that he can one day lead again.
Good deal of manipulation and help. My brother Theo had free access to the inner sanctum of Hitler's bunker. He was a laboratory technician.
As if the premise isn't cringe-inducing enough, the execution made it even worse. They Saved Hitler's Brain is still considered one of the worst movies ever made. However, that has also saved it from fading away into obscurity. It's been referenced and parodied across different forms of media, from TV to music. That's one way to leave a mark.
No soldiers, huh? We have the grenades. Against soldiers, they are old-fashioned but effective.
Which made-for-TV movie do you think is the cringiest? Let us know in the comments below.
Really? Aren't you dead?
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.